It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Hall once more. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Rodgers here from the gun. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Catch is made down the right sideline. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Hall takes it straight ahead. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. Hall can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in, and he's in for the touchdown. The Jets get the game's 1st points here in the 2nd. Breece Hall with the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do, but to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their 1st touchdown of the contest. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. No luck on the connection, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down.
43!
Pistol now for Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense in the hurry up here. 3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. Buying some time right. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A dose of the hurry up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs facing a deficit near the break. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Another throw for Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Back to the air, Mahomes. Vacates quickly left side. He's going to keep it this time. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. From the red zone now. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And this is caught, and that bid for the lead works out. They're now up 8-7. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky deadline, without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Again, Rodgers. That's cut beyond the marker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. 1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Throwing again. It's Rodgers. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
He'll get this one to Adams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Wilson's got it. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They'll throw again, Rodgers. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's on the move. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. He can run it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Buying some time left. Now here he goes again. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into traffic, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. From the 35 on 2nd down. The Jets get there and bring him down. Working quickly here.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. Oh, this big guy is moving. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Offense up to the line fast. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs find some points there. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. The Chiefs making the call. They're going for 2 again.
The Chiefs will set up for a 2-point
Mahomes throwing for 2. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete. Reed now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They go right back to Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and 2, Rodgers. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
That's complete to Wilson. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Hall running between the tackles. And they had that one contained right at the line. That's George Karlaftis who got there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. This is Hall. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And 4th and 4 coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Kelsey's got it right side. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good.
First down throw, Mahomes. The Jets get there and bring him down. Offense in the hurry up here. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Back to throw it. He rolls to his right. Holding along the sideline by Hopkins. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Pistol now for Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
A good defensive play breaks that one up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Looking to throw. Headed out right. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs going for the win here.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. Rolling out to his left. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs have taken the lead late. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win him the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't...
And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss. Reed now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Back to throw. He's got time here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. No luck on the tight end dump-off. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And it falls incomplete.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago.
Cairo State goes to kick off for Chicago.
Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And this one goes out of bounds on the opening kickoff. That is a rough start for the kicker and his team as the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd down, it's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's a designed run. And that'll move the sticks. That's a 1st down. Down to the 45-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Stafford now on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet, but I could promise you they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Here's Stafford now on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That veteran combo, Stafford and Kupp, do it again, hooking up for a first down. Back to throw. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Los Angeles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
And now, after that opening touchdown, the offense is going to stay out and go for 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here, score on that opening drive, but they don't get to 2, and it remains 6-0. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll send this one deep for Odunze. That one underthrown and intercepted. Picked off by Darius Williams. And the Rams are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
On first down, Stafford. That one intercepted. It's the linebacker, Tremaine Edmonds. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
That is incomplete, and the two-point conversion is unsuccessful. All square now at 6 aside as the ball's back in the air again. Here's Smith to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. Stafford now to throw on first down. Unloads downfield looking for Nakua. And he will score. Puka Nakua. Touchdown Rams. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Scott now on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. Now a deep shot for Allen. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. On first down, it's Swift. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Soldier Field. following this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he will get into the end zone. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're gonna go. It's Stafford. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. Williams gonna look to throw it on 1st down. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Cameron Curl. And the Rams force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Quick throw here is complete. And good yardage there after the catch to wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. Stafford now on 2nd down. Finds Nakua on the slant. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. That is caught downfield by Cup. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. In motion, it's Robinson. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete. It's Cup again. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. So we reached the intermission. It has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. Scott now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. A shotgun snap to Stafford. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. Throwing is Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the option, it's Swift. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll go again with Swift. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Swift. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They'll try to run, and it's Johnson. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Here's 1st and 10. That's how quick it's Cup on the RPO. Now he's loose up the right sideline. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a big play when they needed it the most. That covered 73 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Talk things over before third down. Cup in motion. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I like the idea of airing it out there on third down. You're trying to move this ball even into closer, more manageable field goal distance, but after that incomplete, now brings up fourth down. I think you have no choice but to settle for 3 here and see if it's enough to leave here with a win.
Stafford to throw it. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. This is 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A quick slash into the hands of Odunze. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20. That's good.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. And now the decision is go for 2. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. That's going to be caught. Not playing for the OT. They get the 2-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's 1st down. Working out of the gun, Stafford will take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. He's going to look deep. Going to Cup.